This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, redid my office, redid some themes here on the computer. You'll see some of that action as I click and do some fun things. So yes, things look a little different. That is intentional. Trying to make some new stuff happen. But we are going to be playing a deck that I've basically played a version of this 3 or 4 times this season. This is part of the tuning, and I'll probably release another video today so that those of you who love the variety have something different to watch from either Brawl or Historic. But I wanted to show you guys where I'm at, because this for me is my grinding deck of choice. Every time I fall to 95% or lower in Mythic and I need rank repair, this is my go-to deck. And it is, in fact, transition, a Yorion deck. Yes, absolutely a Yorion deck, but it's DIMIR control, snow control. I think that blue-black control is the best positioned control deck because the black removal spells can be useful against a wide variety of creatures, including the ones coming to you from the mono-white deck and all their disruption, which is really hard for the cards like Doomscar. Extinction Event and Shadow's Verdict get the job done where Doomscar often doesn't because of their exile ability. And I also think DIMIR is the place to go for control because you need to counter big frickin' spells like Emergent Ultimatum. So this version of the deck has 4 main deck negates, which is a frickin' lot. All of these numbers have changed a lot over the last several weeks as I've played over about 200 matches with this deck to a win rate between 66 and 70%. We'll call it 69% for a nice. And this is the version that I'm currently at here at the end. The gameplay you're going to see today has been recorded over the last several weeks. I just hit record whenever I'm doing rank repair, and it's going to be long because I have a lot of them, and it's just some of my favorite games for this reason and that reason. Some pretty fun battles. So if you're in for the control slog and you're into the nitty gritty of tuning the deck and what works here, what works there, and the rank rebuilding that I've done, then you're going to enjoy these videos. Expect the numbers to change as we play. I know I started the deck with like 4 Graven Lores and 4 Shadow's Verdicts, but those have slowly been scaled back as more variety and tooly cards have worked their way into the deck, like an Erebos' Intervention, like Cling to Dust, like 1 Midnight Clock, like 1 Essence Scatter. These numbers evolved over time, and it's just kind of where it is now. Like the 1 Ugin, I always wanted 2, but then I hated drawing it, and it seemed like I had one in my opening hand so often I needed to reduce the likelihood of that a lot and go back to a Fae of Wishes package. But a lot of the games you're going to see didn't have the Fae of Wishes in it. And then we have the Essence Scatter. Even the control decks of the format play Yorion. So at the very least, you end up Essence Scattering a Yorion. It's never a totally dead card, so why not run 1 copy? And then you get to save your negates and Saw It Comings for the spells that are not Yorion, which is a big deal. The Sultai Ultimatum deck is pretty good at forcing you to counter Yorion. In the games where you draw your Essence Scatter, you have 1 more counter in your deck for the other things. Also, over time, some of the snowlands got replaced by 2 Castle Vantress because they were very useful, and 2 Crawling Barrens for win con, while still keeping this many snowlands. You only need 5 snow sources to get max value out of Graven Lore, which is the only thing we're doing with the snow mana, unless you fetch Blood on the Snow out of the sideboard, but even then we only need 5 snow sources to get back our Yorion or our Ashiok if we fetch that prior. The sideboard is again a collection of toolbox stuff that's been revised over time. You've seen a lot of these if you followed my videos for a while, and none of them should be big question marks as to why that card for the most part, but we do have an Ugin, an Erebos' Intervention, and a Blood on the Snow hiding down here in the corner. So this is the deck as I would play it right now. If you're trying to grind your way into top 1200, or you're looking forward to season reboot on the 1st of the month and you want to grind back to Mythic in a controlling manner like I do, this is the deck I recommend. Today's video is dedicated to Wanda Mage or Vonda Mage, one of those. And thank you very much for becoming a YouTube member and joining the Cool Kids Club. You can join below and support the channel for $4.99 a month. You get access to things like my deck lists a day early access to certain videos, some bonus videos that we only do for members, and also the chance of getting a video dedicated to you someday. Vonda Mage is getting Crawling Barrens dedicated to them. So thank you very much. This Barrens is for you. Now let's dive in. Let the controlling DIMIR nonsense begin. Why not? I'm sure we'll survive, cast this Verdict and win. On the draw. Oh, the 8-drop. Beautiful. I don't know. Okay. I mean, they're playing white, and they don't have snow, so they're life gain. So, exile's important. Here we go. Okay, 2 evens. And a nod. Protection from Heartless Act, locked in. What do we do? I think we cycle the Typhoon. Try to hit the land. See, they're attacking for 8. They did put a counter on this bounty. I think we're better off making absolutely sure we hit the land drop. If we don't, we're dead. So. And it has to be untapped. Okay. Two aspirants down. So what's their hand? They might have Skyclave Apparition, but they might have just been holding back, expecting a sweeper. A card I can't answer. How interesting. Out of nowhere, too. Who runs that anymore? Let's see what they do. Could go to 2 and try to find what? A Heartless Act? Doesn't save us. So I guess we're sharking up. We can't at least block the bounty. So they get it back with a flying counter. Let's see if they play anything else. We might have a giant killer, which we have to watch out for. Okay, they banish the shark. Pretty happy about that. Could have been worse. Now we shark him again, and we're just trying to buy time to Ugin. That Broodmoth. And we can't seem to draw a spell to get rid of it. A counter that's useless. Bounty can give protection from blue here. What is their hand, though? Do they have another Banishing Light? They have Luris. Okay, well, Shadow's Verdict can clear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if we Shadow's Verdict, we're dead to, like, almost any spell. And then, but we have Ugin the next turn. Verdict kills our 4/4. Okay. Take me to 1. Don't hurt me. Don't Luminarch me. Uno. What else you got? Skyclave to put some more pressure on. Let's go, dragon. Oh, at 1 life, 22-1, and they scoop. Whew. Oh my goodness. I don't think we can keep it. If they had Yorion showing, I can keep it, but not like this. Okay, it's not bad. What do we put back? On the play? Do we get rid of a Saw It Coming and just keep all removal? I think so. I think so. because they're probably aggro. And we keep land to make sure we get there. The Savior. Let's just make sure we curve out from here. Because next turn maybe we end up buying Yorion. The Eliminate isn't that good with the Savior on the field, but the verdicts and the events are. Now let's see what the opponent follows up with. It's going to decide which color we hit with the Extinction Event, or which casting cost, rather. Darn it! Kind of want that card turned on, not gonna lie. So if they play a card to turn that on and hit me, that's pretty bad. Let's play this, see what the opponent does. I think their odds are a lot better than their evens. So let's name even here, and hopefully they play an odd next. And hopefully they also turn this on so we can eventually hit it. Rather than just eliminate it, have them sack Savior, gain life, yeah, damage, pressure, all those things. Okay. Do they have an even threat as well? Get that lifelink. Yep. Okay. No land. Sweep, sweep, sweep. They didn't sack the dog in response to have in the graveyard for a Luris. That surprises me. Okay, we've located Linden. Let's see what they put on the stack here. Man, we are missing that 5th land. It's been a few turns, and we're up to 4 5-drops in our hand. The game loves to make you sweat. Okay, so with that on the stack, we're definitely getting rid of this. If I knew I had a land on top, I might let that resolve to also get the Heliod with the verdict, but... Okay, 2 of those. Let's see if we can draw that land now. Come on now. Well, sorta. Sorta. Game hates me just a little. Let's keep drawing land. We can answer a lot of what they do for a while. We have to be able to play our spells. Or we'll draw Ugins, but nothing will happen. It's very sad. Okay. Come on, one more. Turn on that Heliod for me. One more. Okay, Sky Mall. Heliod active. We gotta take a big hit. Probably worth it. Oh wait, they're just gonna sacrifice to turn off the Heliod anyway, aren't they? So we shouldn't take this hit. They're just gonna sacrifice in response to the verdict if they're smart. They missed it earlier, but I'm not going to bank on that. I'm not going to take a big hit I don't have to take if it's not going to gain anything. No escape from the verdict. Alright, they've got a Sky Mall and a Heliod, but nothing else. If they draw land, they can start making tokens, but Graven Lore should start pulling us ahead quickly. It's a tapped land. That's huge. Let's do the thing. We need an untapped land and then a lot of ways to deal with their stuff. No untapped land. Maybe we'll find one. Okay. Foretell that for later. 3 on an empty graveyard. You love to see it. Let's see what we find before picking our removal spell. Okay, we got to 8 lands. We're good now. Thank you. We've got a Shark Typhoon. I think we let the opponent try to equip the Sky Maul first. And if they don't, we make a 4/4 and block. There's an equip. There's an eliminate. Ooh, feisty. Okay. They protect the Lurrus from black. I think we go ahead and take this block. Just keep our life total high. We don't want these little creatures putting too much pressure on us. Let's give Yorion one more turn. Right now, there's no pressure. If they top decked a giant killer, it would be bad. Okay. Main phase, make a 1/1. Crawling Barrens, you say? Does that change the Yorion dynamic? No, because of flying. Flying from the Sky Maul is a headache. Yeah, 4/5's hard to deal with if you don't have a removal spell. Alright, they hit another land. Heliod's a long way from coming online. If they suit up, they can't make another 1/1. So they decide to make a 1/1 instead. Try to go a little wide. The Crawling Barrens is going to get going, though. Wow. That's, I guess you plan to lifelink that? This is how much white players love their lifelink. Like peas and carrots. Try to leave some snowman on the table. Get in there. Luminarch, okay. Pulling them in, pulling them in. So, let's see, they're gonna Sky Maul equip there. They're gonna put a counter on it too. It's pretty good, we have to take 5. I think it's worth it though. Down to 7. Bore our way through the deck. Okay then. Okay then. I'll take him. The negate may be extra, but it's not bad. Hello, my name is Ugin, and I have come to deflate you and wipe your board. The mono-white Slayer, if the opponent can reach it. Especially if they don't have Faceless Haven ready. Those 1/1s keep on coming. It just gets better and better. Bolt your dork. Turn on the Barrens. Yeah, I'd scoop there too. 99? Fighting a top mythic gamer without a companion, so it's got to be aggro. On the draw. Oh, this is questionable, but it has removal and a sweeper. Yep, here they come. Here they come. We don't draw the untapped black, so the opponent gets to play their little protection card. That counts too. All right, always at a loss here of what gets thirsted and what doesn't. I think we're gonna fight the angels. On the play, it's just too strong to make those angels. Really need a land next turn though. No Sky Mall. Is that all you got? Or are you just slow rolling me for no reason? All right, Angry Skyclave. 3 mana. Let's see how the opponent plays this one. If they put something on the stack, we can saw it coming. If they just have a snow-covered land, power up Haven, we'd probably lose. Like, this is just too much. Like, on the play, we just can't beat this. They didn't put the counter on the Haven. The Heartless Act can hit the Haven eventually, so we have to keep it. Even though right now it's not looking good. Down to 7. And Bloodchief's Thirst. Destroy that. See if they power up the Haven again. Give me a chance. Okay. Make a snow mana. Do you have a use for that snow mana, or are you just flexing? Okay. We're still here. We're still alive. These counters in hand are really bad, though. If they just play any threat, we could be dead. That is so perfect, it's gross, actually. All right, that keeps us alive another turn. Actually, maybe we take the hit and don't let them get further ahead. And we make this on end step if they do nothing. Skyclave counter. Okay. What can they do to kill this? Nothing really, unless they have like Kabira takedown. So let's just make a 1/1 here. Try to hit a land. Okay. Now we can either have the negate, or we can foretell the saw it coming for the future. There is no future, probably. But what would we negate? I don't know. But I guess I have to hope something, because there's not a lot of other ways to win this game. Brutal. Brutal. Going second sucks. Crimson Light. I played you before. I think I beat you too, and you're up to 308 on Yorion. Okay. Well, here we go. Pretty, I mean, these aren't great, but you take the card draw and then you try to find the counter spells. Man, these matchups are hard though. Take forever, but I do think we're favored. Triome, good choice. I would lead with Triome too. I think we're going to play Omen here. Omen by Yorion, probably. Then Behold. Their early turns don't do too much. So there's not a lot we have to play around. No Haven, that's good. They might try to bind our... Oh, okay. They want to do it like that, do they? Well, now buying Yorion doesn't make a lot of sense. Let's do like this. Maybe we'll find a negate with the Behold and we'll play around a Jawari this way. So they want to be tough. Hopefully they miss a land drop later for that play. They don't have many ways to deal with Barrens, do they? Still, I think we have to find a counter before we have to just go Barrens aggro on them. It's a lot of land. We do need double blue. I guess I'll take one of these. Ugh. Ugh. This is not going well. I guess now I'm cycling a Shark Typhoon. Yeah, this draw is not good. We are getting ourselves in trouble. Gotta get deeper in the deck, gotta find the right cards. Opponent might be a control deck. We haven't seen any of the usual signs of Sultai Emergent Ultimatum. Maybe they switched it up. I did play them earlier today, and it was a pretty typical ultimatum deck, I think. Nice to see that negate. Okay. Wow, they are gonna get lucky on this. See if we find like an eliminate. Nope, nope. Okay, another negate. At least this is like a trade. But yeah, they've got Shark Typhoons. They might just be DIMIR control as well. Foretell. Could mean a lot of things. That eliminate was a little ways away, but not too far. 7 cards in hand. I guess we pass. We could buy the Yorion and go for it next turn, but we have to discard, and then we have to discard again. Maybe that's fine. This is rough. Missing land drops is rough. Potentially having to tap out for a Yorion is rough. Emergent Ultimatum is rough. Alright, untapped land. It did have to be blue as well. Got lucky. Yorion! So they are ultimatum. They just had a pretty slow draw. What does that tell us about their hand? They'll probably bind the old gods here, I'm guessing. Ooh. Or just go to the top rope with Erebos the Sea God. I guess I have to negate that. See how many of those kind of cards they drew. It's possible they drew a ton. That's fine. Now we have to be careful with their Yorion, because they can flicker this. And since ours is gone, we can just scry with Omen. Charge the Barrens. Okay, a lot of land, and we have Ugin, but none of this is a counter spell. Guess we'll try to keep digging for it. The keep on top might make them think we have one, but if they've been paying attention, they might know it's a land. If they have double Heartless Act, they kill this. That's not fine with me. Pretty realistic with what they have, and we don't want to put a shark on the table for them to Yorion. And they're gonna Yorion for the land off the binding, which is just, it's fine. Pretty medium. Alright, so do we make a shark now? Yeah, let's make a 5/5 and see if they have an instant speed way to deal, or if we get to keep pressure on them. Looking good. Okay, they don't have Heartless Act. So we just go for this? Seems pretty good. Down to 5, the Barrens is lethal. So, does resolving Emergent Ultimatum do them any good? That's the question now. That can resolve. Doesn't stop the Barrens. Well, that has to resolve, but we're gonna make it look like we're thinking about it. Shadow's Verdict still gets us through that. So does Extinction Event. Now they have Death Touch. Ah! Crazy birds. Okay. Omen of the Sea. The thing is, we put them in a corner, so bluffing a counterspell doesn't actually accomplish much. I'll go for this Omen. You want to Jwari Disrupt that? No? Okay, they definitely don't have Ultimatum in hand. They definitely don't have any creatures in hand. Another Heartless Act. Let's put these on the bottom and look for counters. So they need 2 Heartless Acts to beat the Barrens after an Extinction Event? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, activate. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's 1 left over. So we could Shadow's Verdict this. Why does it want to tap like that? Come on, deck. Resolves. Let's go for it. If they had one of the big cards to throw at us, they would have used it last turn. They might have had a Shark Typhoon, which is worst case scenario. But I think it's right to go for it there. On the draw. But Bloodchief's Thirst, an untapped land to even fire it off on turn 1 if we need to. No companion, so there's some kind of beatdown deck, most likely. Oh, take 3. Just snap. Dude, just slam that Enforcer. Thank you. Their hand is awkward for sure. They had to lead on a take 3 land. But it was against Yorion, so there wasn't a lot for them to worry about. Yay, rogues. Everyone's favorite. Alright, we need another black and we need cheap removal spells. That's what we need. Shark Typhoon matches up pretty good with that. You want to drown that? Actually, I don't even think they can. No, there's 3 cards. They could have. Alright, so there's the black we need. Behold is kind of a tricky one. I both want it and don't. I'm going to put it away and try to draw removal instead. Plenty of card draw in the deck. One way that we get in trouble against rogues is... Okay. One way that we get in trouble against rogues is we try too hard with the card draw. You gotta deal with their creatures. Okay. Mind Carver. Very aggressive. Definitely going to mess with us here. So they're going up to 5. Let's try to intercept the 1/1. Heartless Act. That's really helpful. If they drown this, then I get to Heartless Act their Thought Thief. They're down to 2 cards. We still have 6. Okay. That's an oops. 7 going to 8. So let's see if they have the into the story. Don't want to let them know we're completely naked here, so let's put some stops down. All right, so they still have this Brazen Borrower that we have to figure out what to do with. But they're not going to play it for 2 turn cycles. And taking 4 points of yeah, it's just no good. Let's start popping off with verdicts. It's possible, like, in response to the Brazen Borrower, that we can draw into a Heartless Act with Behold the Multiverse and kill it before they get to carve. Yeah, they should draw a card there. Makes sense. But we just can't take that much damage. Did they find another rogue? That would be really nasty here. Oh, man. Okay, this is going to be really tough. Please draw a cheap removal spell. Please. 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 God knows they're going to have Drown in the lock. Come on. Okay. Nice job. Nice job, deck. You're cool in my book. So we can force that on their upkeep. On our end step, we can foretell this, I guess. We could just pass. Okay. Upkeep, I want to kill your Soaring Thought Thief. Do you care? Resolves. Alright. How many more rogues you got over there? Kind of hanging on by a thread. This game could go either way. We take so much damage from every flash creature that the Shadow's verdicts are too slow. Also, Into the Story is backbreaking when they hit that. Let's put both of these away. Okay, that negate might be helpful, might not be. I'm not sure. Come here, buddy. There's a job to do. Let's see if we can find a Heartless Act right here, right now. Oh, baby. Okay, that's good too. Both are good. Don't let them carve us. That's a big deal. Are we done with all these creatures? There's so many of them. They just don't stop drawing them. I know, 5 isn't that many. I'm just trying to soak in the drama of the moment. Don't give me a hard time. It's for you guys. Oh, is this Agadeem's Awakening? Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh, baby. Oh, yes. Get back out of here. Oh, man. I've never been so happy to see Agadeem's Awakening in my life. Nighthawk Scavenger. Yeah, they're definitely a Xerath Sand style of deck. Oh, are we tapping out? We're tapping out. 9-4 acquired. So, we could try to Yorion into a removal spell. Or we could just trade the Yorion with the Nighthawk Scavenger, give them a bunch of life. Negate their removal spell for Yorion. If they have 2 removal spells, we're almost dead. They don't have that, though. There's no way. Let's take this moment that we've been given and resolve Yorion. And make sure we have mana open for Saw It Coming if we hit it. Yorion. No. No. Yes. Oh, we could have 2 Saw It Comings. At this point, that's the fight, right? And I think we keep the land, too, because it's the castle. We don't want them to resolve Into the Story. We don't want them to resolve a removal spell. If we fight their things on the stack, They can win those fights if they have good draws, but it's worth doing. This doesn't give it menace or anything, right? That'd be a tilt. Heartless Act. Saw it coming. Let's see if they want to fight this. Not yet. Oh man, Murderous Rider, and we're down to 2. Down to 1. Down to 1. Of course they had 2 removal spells. Of course they did. And I think their last card might be a Thieves Guild Enforcer from the priority. But we gotta do this, right? Right. No fear. Okay, no Thieves Guild Enforcer. Feels good. Keep fighting. Every threat must be fought. Okay, nice clean resolve on that one. No stick. Actually, let's do it. We saw the no stick. That's blood in the water. 1 life. 1 Shark Typhoon. Barrens. It's a win con. Not a great win con against them, though, and we have the win con online. Let's go for spells. It's a good spell. It's a good spell. How about a 5/5? Resolves. I think this is all pretty good. Oh, these omens. These omens. They're good omens. Opponent is definitely trying to figure out how to sneak in that damage. Very roguish behavior. They're sneaky sneak. Don't want to sweep up my sharks, really. But let's keep the cards coming. The Shark Typhoon is in full swing. They just stare at all these sharks showing up. Yeah, the clock's going to be a lot quicker than you want it to be. Oh. I want to. I really want to. There is some risk with 3 cards that they'll find a way through. Let's go. We don't have to attack after all. We can just mobilize the Air Force. It's like, that's a content play. It's so risky when we have all these sweet cheap removal interactive cards to go down to just 3 mana open. Here we go. If that doesn't get through, we need to force the opponent to find their way through. If they find a way to make it unblockable or do some of that nonsense, then we act. If they play Extinction Event, we let that resolve, because then we can make more sharks after the event. Okay. 6/6 down. What else you got? Okay. Is this the end of their road? Or they're throwing everything they have. The Hail Mary. They make a 6/3. Doesn't have menace though, just Death Touch. Block? Okay. So with that blocked, we'll go for this now. Any more tricks? Have you had enough pain? No? All right. 1 life. 1 to 25 was the count. Drown the 5/5. Now. Think we're done. Think we're done with you. Back in the numbers. Snap keep? What more could you ask for? So, Obosh, Temur Adventures. What's the most important thing to counter? The dragon, probably? Dragon, Alrund's Epiphany, Great Henge. I guess those are your top tier counter effects. You know they want to get on the board, though. Right now, they're not putting any pressure on. As an Obosh deck, you really want at least something to apply some pressure. And they're just not doing it. Okay, the Fabled Passages are showing up. Let's hold up all the mana. We could still cast this Saw It Coming depending what they play, but probably not on turn 4. And we can just hard cast this. Mammoth, we can eliminate that later. Lets us resolve another Behold the Multiverse. Another Saw It Coming. Hard to turn those down. We found the Essence Scatter as well. Eliminate you. Keep mana available. Keep thinning the deck out a little bit. I know we scryed some stuff to the bottom. Dragon? Obosh. Easy Heartless Act. It doesn't have an ETB, so it's a great victim for something like this. Barrens. Pretty good stall card. Really good stall card. It puts the opponent under pressure quicker than they usually realize. So they gotta play their cards, or we're just gonna keep pumping up the Barrens until they get absolutely destroyed by it. So here's a Bone Crusher Giant. Do we care? I think we just Extinction Event this thing. Could become a problem if they want to fight over this. But I don't think they have the guts for that. I think what they're trying to do is get to a point where they can play a dragon and Saw It Coming the same turn. So this tap land might give us some reprieve there. Sure. Make a 1/1. Let's start using these Saw It Comings. Opponent will probably save this Saw It Coming. They really want their dragon, but they could win this fight. So it might be a fight worth winning if you're actually in their shoes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Slowly running out of stuff. It's kind of scary. We've drawn a lot of land. And considering that we did cast 2 Behold the Multiverse and didn't draw lands from them, this is a lot. Okay. Here comes the counter from them. We got lucky. They could have done this last turn if they had drawn better. But they drew a tapped land. So their dragon is countered. Alright, our draw is not working out. So let's rumble. Put him on the clock. It's our best chance now. Okay. I don't know what they have in their deck to deal with this. Not much, I don't think. They're down to a 1-turn clock already. Could have bought the Yorion there, but I think we're just in for the Barrens now. Make them stop it. Make them beat it. They've drawn a ton of land as well. And I think their last 3 draw steps were lands based on the way that the Triomes came out. Alright, let's try to scry to a spell here. The Heartless Act. Is that just lethal? Potentially is. Too easy. Too easy. Woo! Guess that we both flooded out, but I had a Barrens. Alright. Let's see. Having the one of intervention isn't good. Having the Ugin is basically a mulligan already. But I guess we try it, because we can draw into another card. The Negate answers some things. Intervention's better on the play, because it can actually keep up with what's on curve. If the opponent's on Gruul, I don't know what we're going to do. It's very fast. So, I don't know, man. That hand is tough. There's a lot of reasons not to keep it. At the same time, mulliganing on the play is oftentimes an auto loss. Okay, mono white. We could try to undo our mulligan, but I think I really want to hit their Luminarch Aspirant with the Erebos' intervention. And they go for Daxos instead. Make a shark? Making a shark seems pretty weak. Negate, though, I mean, Negate's probably not going to hit anything, but they just might have a Sky Maul. And shark gives us a good chance of hitting another land. It's going to feel really bad, though, if what we should have done was foretell. Okay. I like that they have to think about the attack, but if you're not attacking, what are you doing? It's a life gain version, so Extinction Event, Shadow's Verdict are really good. And not blocking this, though. I can block the Linden next turn and save more life overall. And eliminate. Okay, let's find a land. Not keeping the clock. No time to play it, I don't think. Say go. It's kind of important to time the eliminate so that, these are legendary. If we blow them up right away, they might try to reset. All right, Aspirant, that has to die. Yeah, should have played that first. Hopefully we can punish them a little bit for it. So we can either take the block on the Linden here, or we can hold back the Savior just by having this on the board, because they don't want to run it into it. Of course, they'll probably just play Heliod anyway. I guess if that's going to happen, I'd rather have this next turn to save more damage on the thing that they put the most counters on. All right, 14. Next 2 turns are crucial. We have to hit land and find a sweeper. We have to do both. So Behold the Multiverse is the best chance. There's the sweeper. Now we have to hit the swamp. That's an island. Okay. We've got the right card. Will we find the right land? Man, does it suck when you hit like one of the, like you have 3 in the deck, right? So like hitting this should be the hard part. And then the black sources, you have so many, but you can't hit that. Oh, it makes me so salty. All right, guys, the whole game is coming down to a draw step. We've done what we can to dig. We haven't put any black sources on the bottom. Can we please draw it? Oh my gosh, we did. The card they just... Oh, they can save their... No, they can't save their Heliod. I was going to say they could save it by sacrificing the Savior, but they have 6/7 devotion. Linden is too swole. So it doesn't matter whether they sacrifice their Savior or not, because it exiles the graveyard also. Alright, so you're telling me there's a chance. Sad Luris, you'll love to see it. 4/4 Shark can block that. If the opponent doesn't attack, we can still Behold and Omen, which is really good. Could have also slammed the Shark Typhoon. You'd be really mad, though, if they played Light of Hope on it, or Banishing Light. Like, those things have happened to me. Okay, they've got Life's Bounty to go with Luris. And, okay, come on now. Come on now. That's gross. Alright, so if we make the 4/4... They can sacrifice this, but then the shields are down, so let's make them take the shields down. Plus we might draw an answer. And we're still working on Ugin here. There's inevitability if we get enough time. There's Eliminate. Alright, let's see how the opponent plays this. They're going to use the Savior. At least they didn't get any damage through. Then they have to replay the Savior. Yep. They don't have the mana up for the Alseed. Cling! That might mess them up. So we really want to hit our land drop. So let's give that an honest try here with the Omen. As we're working on our Ugin. There's a land. We really just need one more untapped land for Ugin to fix most of our problems. There's no Faceless Havens from the opponent. They're not about that life. They go for the Maul. Nope. I'm gonna give that a no. Do we try to draw it with the Cling? I don't think so. We can get the Savior permanently, like, exiled. Let's just take the turn. If we draw the untapped land, the reward is so good. Okay. I think we're hard slamming a Shark Typhoon here. We can make the 1/1 with the Cling. It will survive our Ugin. Now if they Light of Hope it, at least we get a 1/1 Shark out of the deal. All of the Skyclaves, yep. Okay. Airborne. Interesting. All right. 4 life for the opponent, down to just 4 health for us. Take out the bounty. Now, they think they're going to get this back, but they're not. Because I put a stop at the end of combat right here. And that means they don't get a chance to recast this. A lot of people don't know about that phase, but it exists. You just have to put a stop on it or play full control. There's the land. We could buy Yorion. I mean, how's the opponent actually going to kill us? They're probably not, right? You know, I kind of want Yorion on the board before I get rid of these omens. I don't think that's stupid. Even if the opponent makes this unblockable with protection from blue, from an Alseed, they would still need to do 2 more damage. And I don't think... I know that combination of cards exists, but I don't think they've got it. I know, I'm greedy. I'm a greedy Magic player for sure. Caca. Yorion! Sure. These are fine. We want to keep hitting lands for the forever, and we want to keep drawing cards and making sharks for the forever. Yeah, even if they had an Alseed, they wouldn't have the mana to also play the Sky Maul and grant the protection. So everything here is good. And now we're also going to have a 4/5 on the battlefield when all is said and done. I don't know. Is it cruel to do this first? Opponent's holding. Hold on to your butts. Roar! Got him. On the play, let's do it. We get Yorion. What kind of Yorion will we get? Is it Ultimatum? Is it Sultai? Is it the deck people like the most? If so, we're pretty well prepared. We can do this all day. Just, let's go. Come on. Green. Tangled Flora. Okay. We can slow down their ramp, which might be a good idea. Can also draw the Yorion, but with Graven Lore, I don't know if that's really the play. Yeah, let's just slow their ramp down. Usually I try to save the Heartless Act for Vorinclex or Yorion. We have Essence Scatter for the Yorion, though. That's pretty good. So now we can Shark Typhoon, give ourselves more chances of hitting land so that Graven Lore goes off on time. Main phase Omen. Seems like they really want that land. Could be a ruse, though. I don't think it's ever worth countering that Omen, but some people would try it. for Shark. Will they Heartless Act it? Maybe they have an Elspeth's Nightmare and they want to wait for that, but probably not. Most people can't be bothered to wait. All right, let's try to hit our land. Beautiful. Stockpile the counter spells. We're just gonna drag wing cons away from them. I wonder. Yeah, it's fine. Ugin, you can wait. We'll come back for Ugin. We don't need Ugin right now. They did not play around Jwari Disruption, so either they don't think I have it or they just don't think about it. Looks like a good Yorion turn, but they don't go for it. I'd probably go for a Yorion right there to try to force a counter. Of course, it looks bad when you see the Essence Scatter, but they don't know about that. Maybe they plan to counter this. I guess we'll see if they're a negator. Some versions are. All right, not good, not good, not good. Good. I think I'll put this away. I think we'll draw other lands. Flooding is a risk. We want to keep the counter spells coming. Counter spells, where art thou? Oh, that's great. Yeah, we'll keep that. We keep those. Cling in this matchup, the graveyard doesn't matter, so we'll probably just fire this off at some point. I guess Tybalt's the closest thing to a reason that Cling can be good, to keep an ultimated Tybalt from losing you the game. Between exiling your own graveyard and a little bit of theirs, sometimes an ultimated Tybalt just suddenly isn't that good. All right, if we play this, we overdraw our hand, but if we hit a land and we get rid of Saw It Coming, we don't worry about that. So the opponent did nothing with their turn, might mean they have a Shark. I guess I'm not going to worry about that too much. This is fine-ish. Let's put this away, because we don't want to reshuffle after all this scrying. We want to keep drawing good cards and get closer to good cards. But I do want to keep at least one land. Good scry. This gives the impression that we have another Graven Lore. I love the access, like we got access to 10 cards, but we only have 7 in our hand. It's so sweet. Yep, there's the Shark. So, caught without an eliminate, but we do have a Bloodchief's Thirst for next turn. So I think we just take a bump. I think we'll recover okay. We can probably Behold the Multiverse too. I was going to Omen instead, but since we're going to play a Thirst next turn anyway, we're going to get back under 7 cards. No stress, no stress. They've just got a handful of cards that I'm sure we have nothing to be afraid of. I'm sure they're not scary cards at all. All right, no Behold the Multiverse. The one Essence Scatter in the deck doing its job. Honestly, like, I don't know if I'll remember to say this when I record the intro, so I'm going to try to get it out there. When I added the one Essence Scatter, that's what I had in mind, is like these Yorion games. because even the deck that runs the fewest creatures, where you don't want to draw a counter spell that's just for creatures, you do want to draw a counter spell for their Yorion. Let's get thirsty. See if we hit land. We can still have double counterspell up after this. There's the land. Good scry. Alright, so I think we set this aside. Two counterspells a turn. That's usually enough to fight off an ultimatum player. Yeah, we're not playing that game. Go ahead, play your land. Maybe they have another one. Okay, I do think they have a land, so it does imply they might have another Seagate Restoration. Cast this now. See if we can hit a land drop. Yep, don't need the Heartless Act, I don't think. There might, like someday, there could be another Shark Typhoon and it could give me a headache. But I think it's okay to put removal spells like that on the bottom. Counter spells are a lot more important. Tome? Sure. You deserve a few cards of your own. I'm about to hardcast this Typhoon, though. Another one? Sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do it on our turn. Figure it out then. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we have 5 left over. That's 2 counters and a cling. Let's do it. They'll probably play Binding. We can fight a few counter wars over a Binding. They probably only have 1, maybe 2. Alright, they're going for ultimatum. No way. No way. Draw a card. Sure, buddy. What else you got? Got any other cool tricks? Good game. You didn't stay to see the double Shark Typhoon? Alright. Numbers gamer, I want your rank. Yorion, and we have a ton of card draw. I guess it's a mystery hand, but in theory we can sculpt it into something pretty good. We just have to get to counter spells somewhat quickly. On the draw, they could just ramp it. They could just ramp it out before we get there. It's possible. If they're the ultimatum deck, they might also not be. They might be DIMIR control. In which case, I guess this hand is so perfect. Just endless card draw. Could be. Hand just got a lot less perfect. You can't have an 8-drop in your deck unless you have it in your top 10 cards. Even an 80 piler. Yep. Okay. Double bottom. I'd counter that if I could. I would straight up slam a counter spell on that. No Mystical Dispute. Double 8-drop? You gotta be kidding me. It's enough card draw. We need some counters. And enough castle? Yeah, we got 5 mana. We don't need a second castle. We know what we need now. Counters, Crawling Barrens. Shark Typhoon. Oh, they are a Sultai. For a second, I thought there was another evil Gandalf. Alright, do we still want Barrens then? It does clock them pretty quick. We definitely don't need Cling. You know what? At this stage in the game, as much as I want to keep the Barrens, I think I only take counters. Making sure I had an island. This is an island. I don't think we foretell there. If we foretold anything, it would be Saw It Coming, which would take Behold off the table. When you're on the draw, it's a lot less foretelling. Yep, go ahead. Couple forests for the opponent. So now they have their ultimatum mana. They must have top decked this or they would have played it sooner. Yeah. I think I just want that land as well. 2 counters is pretty good. 3 counters is better. So, we want to foretell something. Should it be a counter or should it be Behold? I guess if they don't play anything, we'd really like to Behold. Not really, though. Well, yeah, we can foretell around it. Okay. Yeah, that's the right play. I've definitely messed up a lot of foretells. That one's correct. Because we might not end up playing it. We might counter something instead, but then this is cheaper, and we didn't waste 2 mana. And Graven Lore just overdraws our hand. Another Cultivate. Okay. It's fine. Ramp your heart out. I'm coming for the good spells. If you buy Yorion, you have to discard. I'm sure that's what's going through their head. You can discard your Shadow's Verdict, though. I won't miss it. Like, you won't either. Looks like they're just gonna hold. We can overdraw our hand. We've got Saw It Comings to foretell. We'll get another island. Too much? Alright, I'm just gonna do this now. I don't want the opponent resolving something while I don't have much mana available. And hopefully 2 mana's enough, and they don't have something like... There hasn't been Stick when I've cast these, so hopefully they don't have Mystical Dispute. Hopefully they don't have Negate, something of that nature to punish me. They say go. Okay. Let's keep foretelling. Try to set up a Graven Lore. I guess now we can hit it. Yeah, we'll hold up Graven Lore from here. Shouldn't have done the snow mana if that was the plan. But draw 3 is still good, even if you only scry a couple. Haven. Opponent really doesn't want to run out. We know they have some big cards. They had mana issues early, so they kept the hand for a reason. Buys Yorion. Makes Nerd. Wow. Okay. Well, that's another way that we can keep from overdrawing our hand is by using a Thirst on that Nerd. I'll keep 1 land. Would be really bad if we missed the land. So there's still 5 here. We'll just do this. Eventually, you've got to force me to use some counter spells. I'm blinging it up over here. Yeah, the opponent's just saying go. I'm just over here stacking my deck. There's a Barrens. A lot of land, more than I need. That was a good scry. WinCon assembled. Could also go for the Ugin, which then what are they going to do? They're going to play Binding Old Gods. They're going to play Ultimatums. We don't have enough mana to protect it. How about if we go for the Typhoon? They play Binding of Old Gods. We counter one of them, then the other resolves. It's not great. We want to wait at least one more turn. Bye-bye, tap land. Dear opponent, you're going to have to play cards eventually. You can't run forever, Luke. Well, don't tell Luke that. Opponent's discarding a Shadow's Verdict. I told you you wouldn't miss it. All right. Here's our first Typhoon. So now they're gonna try to get rid of it. Even if they play two bindings, we can counter both of them, untap. We could also let it go and play another Typhoon. So how's that do-nothing strategy gonna work out? Binding. That's a negate. I still have enough mana to go for an ultimatum, but it sure won't resolve. They do run negate, but they had to use it. That's fine. That is fine. We're now up 2 sharks. Now, we could play the other Shark Typhoon and push this narrative again, or we could wait for the Yorion to come down. Right now we have to counter Yorion anyway, though, because the binding is a lot, and we don't have an easy way to remove it. So let's just do this again. Let's fight this fight again. Because it's going to be a lot of shark damage. We are the tempo now. Plus we have a Crawling Barrens. Oh yeah, they're probably just dead here. As long as we try to protect this Typhoon. I don't think... I mean, they would have to like land a sweeper after 2 spells that we had to counter. And even then, like, they're still in a ton of trouble. Seagate Restoration? Nope. That's 7 mana doing nothing. Yorion? Nope. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Got him. Excalibur? Playing Luris? If you're not playing Embercleave and your name's Excalibur, I don't understand. Anyway, we have Cling, so if they're rogues, we're in a good spot. Okay, they've got Thieves Guild Enforcer. We'll use the turn to draw card with Cling from our own graveyard. They don't play it. Interesting. Interesting. I don't mind the dance. Let's dance. They're big brain in it, that's for sure. We're trying to. I guess I want to make sure I get 2 mana used. I guess we don't have to do this right away. So now they're going to Thought Thief, maybe? No? Now they're going to Thought Thief? I suppose we fight. We don't have that many removal spells in hand. So we do need to try to keep creatures off the board if we can. We did need to draw land there. Let's see if we can find one here. Okay, found one. I think we just say go, because if the opponent mills us, we might be able to clean our graveyard with Cling. We go for another one. I think we'll just counter. Still a little ways away from them turning on Into the Story, and that's what we want to negate. But we have to keep the creature pressure down, because I don't know how many times we've been against rogues and the creatures just kill us. Buying Lurrus. Okay. I think we say go. See what they do. No more thieves. Okay. So what's there? 6. If we go to 7, they can definitely go for Into the Story. Man, I really need one more land. No land. If we go for the eliminate, they Into the Story. Still no land. This is getting bad. Like, any land drops here, and I think this game would be easy mode. But without land drops, it's super hard. Try to keep the pressure down. If they go for the Lurrus, Extinction Event is really good, but we need a land for that too. We just can't seem to cling. All right, we need to draw a land. Let's go. Good. Get a lot of blue. Wait till their upkeep if we're going to try to clean out with Cling. So before they get another land, let's clean out now. Target the island. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, here comes Lurrus. Here comes the Thought Thief. Back to 7, but it's not 8, and they don't have the mana anymore. Okay, that was rough. What I should have done is killed this first. That was a mistake. Shouldn't have let the opponent attack. Okay, that's gone. All right, how do I do this in such a way that I don't let them resolve into the story? I'm probably going to have to fight for this event. I guess if they resolve into the story that way, it's okay. Actually... no, I don't have time for that. I gotta do this. Yeah, I think I played this wrong. I think I could have done this a much better way. But I'm here now. We've got to do the thing. They might into the story now. Maybe we can Shark Typhoon with Negate up in response, though. Oh, they say go. Maybe they don't think I have another Negate. But I do. Let's try to clean the graveyard. Negate's Awakening. Okay, looks like they're on removal spells, which is going to give us some needed time to do what we need to do. And just wear them out. Alright, they have a response now. So they drew something that is instant speed. But yeah, once we hit land, everything got a lot easier. That was scary. I do think I messed it up, but they just didn't have into the story or didn't go for it when they should have. I think it's clear now they didn't have it, to be honest. And they play that and take 3. That's kind of a... it's kind of a whiff, huh? Let's fight. You got something for this? How about this? All right, there's the end to the story. They found it, but now the Typhoon's on the field. Let's see what happens from here. Gargoyle. Gargoyle, go. Try to ambush with Graven Lore, Shark. Alright, they've lost their Luris. We have kind of infinite cling value in the graveyard. Their cards are more expensive, and there's Shark Typhoon. How do we lose this game? Probably by mill, but we have 46 cards and they don't have a lot of traction. They do have this castle. So I guess I should be aggressive to try to limit their options. I need to start attacking them. So I just want to start running spells into them. Stop being so patient. Negate's for one thing. Yep. So they can't block with the Gargoyle right now. 5/5 is big. Do have Didn't Say Please. Looks good in that spot, but we still get the 5/5. Probably get to Yorion here. Probably. Sure. Take 5? It's a big shark. A hungry, hungry hippo. No, not my Typhoon. At least they hit an equally impressive card. I like to gain life, and I like to get rid of their creatures, because they always find ways to get them back, even with Lurrus all exiled. Crippling Fear. Come meet my fofo. Those are good. Those are cards. Ah, the Thought Thief ran into a Sharky wall. Oh yeah, do it again. Nice. That works. One card left. Is it a good one? Erebos' Intervention. Dun 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 dun. Hi. Hi there. If we're against aggro, I think I'm supposed to put away one of the removal spells. Keep a mix. Save this. We'll have a better idea of what to scry for in the future. Giant Killer's not too scary. The one Essence Scatter is at a good time. Things are going okay. We have to hit our land anyway. Let's keep that. Redain. Annoying. They might have Halvar, so we'll use Eliminate. Frustrating. We do need to kill the Haven with the Heartless Act. No fear of a Shark Typhoon there. We didn't have it though, so... Ouch. Land. I'll take one, I don't need two. Let's draw. I think that's better than life at the moment. Good one. think we buy the Yorion, get set up to play it with the Omen in the future. Next turn we want to Extinction Event the odds and have Heartless Act mana. Okay, they found the land. Let's see if they just go Haven aggro. Feels like they should. They go for another Redain. Well, I can still Extinction Event this. It's going to be expensive. No, I can't. Because of the Snowland thing. Oh no. Oh no. Alright. So I think we do it like this. We're still saving this for the Faceless Haven. We're playing this tapped. We're playing the Yorion. They're gonna have to deal with it. And we're still trying to set up an Extinction Event that catches all of these. Not enough time to draw all these cards. We need interaction, but the deck has decided we will have this. Another giant killer. Not too surprising, but at least we don't get hit by the Haven. Shadow Spear. Alright, still a ways to go before Haven can outright kill us, and it does take their whole turn. And Giant Killer returns to the field, along with Savior. The little nerds that never quit. Okay, we gotta get rid of this Savior. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Doesn't have Vigilance if the opponent attacks with it. Spirant, okay. Let's see what they want to put the counter on. Puts the counter on itself. Here's an attack. Alright, let's play around Giant Killer by making a 3/3. Sniper alert! Opponent does not protect with the Savior. Puts the spear on the Luminarch. All right, guys, we've got to stop drawing draw cards, and we have to turn them into removal. Let's try this. Okay. I don't know if we're going to end up using 2 Heartless Acts, but we might. One is for the Haven. One is for removing counters from the Luminarch after it's blocked by the 3/3. It's a very close one. Very close. God, that's a wrecking. Well, they're not attacking us with Haven this turn, so we can still try to ambush this Aspirant. But why won't you just flood out? Okay, so they go for Indestructible, that's fine. Ooh, we just got them good. That was... They could have just let it be Indestructible. They could have just let it be Indestructible and try again next turn. They duplicated the mistake. With the ability on the stack, we'll remove the counters. See, now... You should have named blue. If you name blue, you get to keep it. I guess you still did, but... Yeah, because it was already indestructible. Never mind. That's fine. All right, how are we going to turn these spells into cards, man? There's just no time against white, man. You have to pick your spots so carefully. Every second that goes by is more difficult. They go for a Halvar. We gotta counter that. The double strike would be way too much. Do you want to trade? Let's draw a card. Try to keep hitting lands and try to find removal spells. Let's go. This draw has been terrible. Like, so bad. As far as, like, the matchup is concerned. I'm glad that we have things to do, but it is, we are drowning here. Drowning in cards that aren't lining up. There we go. We've got a Thirst. We've got a Bloodchief's Thirst. Now they can power up Haven. They need an untapped land to attach the Shadow Spear to it, which is very scary. Foretell. This 3/3 Shark is doing so much work. It is fighting for the people. Fighting for Master. My God, please stop with these annoying little bodyguards. They're so frustrating. But what the hell? My deck is so rigged. All right. That's a lot of land all of a sudden. Oh my Lord. We're digging. There must be more removal down here. Yes, yes, yes. Chow's Verdict is great if they pull Luris out. The Shark Typhoon is a good matchup with the Haven. I think we're going to get out of this somehow. Oh my Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we've drawn like 5 removals / sweepers, now 6. Yeah, what are you gonna target? If you actually exile these, I get a 2/2. So the best play is to exile nothing there. Okay. Eliminate off the top. Would prefer to trade it with the Haven. Another land. All right, this corner is turning. I mean, if you're trying to, okay, there you go. Got the Sky Maul. No attack. Parlay some of these into cards. Fill that graveyard, scry that deck. But now it's under control. Now it's where we want it to be. Shark Typhoon is online. means the opponent has to stop picking spots and get aggro, which is right where we want them. Yeah, we'll shrug that. It's pretty good. Whew. And we are back for the post-game wrap, and well, you saw a lot of games. I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. It's probably a little different seeing them all in hindsight, and they were, of course, games that I saved, so I tended to win a lot of them. I liked them, but I love the battles, and it's a very long video, so if you watch the whole thing and stay till the end, automatically you are very cool. Let me know if you like these kind of compilation videos showing a deck in sort of its final form of the deck that I play the most. Usually I feature a deck once, and in the past I usually don't go back and regrind the ladder with the same deck over and over. I usually do play a different deck every day and attack the ladder with it, but that's really hard, and in a solved meta like this there are very few options. So my option was to grind the ladder with something like this, save the videos and add them up at the end and use them for some kind of content, or play a different unique deck every day to get the views, but then grind off stream and pretend like I don't do it. I don't intend to pretend that I don't do it. This month I absolutely did, and I think that getting a little content out of it is good. While most of you enjoy the variety and seeing the possibilities in Magic the Gathering, which is 100% legit, it's a reason we love the game, at some point you might want to dig in for an afternoon, settle back, grab a cold one, and watch me play an hour or so of my favorite deck in the format when I really do want to care about rebuilding that rank and give you my honest opinion of what I would play if that were my mission. So hopefully you enjoy this video, but let me know in the comments. Like I said, I may post another video today to make sure that you have varieties to maybe scale back on the ew, another Yorion, another DIMIR, you played this 2 weeks ago comments, but Lord knows I'll get them anyway. I feel like I take the comments and my initial reaction is, I hate you, shut up, I'm ignoring you. But then as time goes on, my other reaction is, but those people, what they're actually complaining about is they just want a different kind of entertainment from me. I do want to be an entertainer. And I go out and I try things like making multiple videos a day, which is something I've never really dived into before, to try to please everybody. Can I please everyone? No. Do I want to? Yes, and I will try. So let me know what you think of the efforts. Is it working for you? Did you enjoy this video? Do you enjoy the alternate videos? Do you enjoy every video? And of course, the biggest thing that you can do, you can leave me a comment. But the absolute biggest thing for me is, number one, impressions. Did you click on the video? Number two, watch time. Did you stay till the end? So if you leave a comment and you stayed till the end, make sure you let me know. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.